Hey, my name is Yolanda, and welcome to Frank Factualities, the podcast. Tune in each week as I speak frankly about life experiences from my perspective and offer you a bit of unsolicited advice. Let's take a little time to laugh, to think, and to cry as we tackle some serious topics and some not so serious topics. Be sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Hey, welcome to Frank Factualities, the podcast. My name is Yolanda. Thank you for tuning in to my show for another week and listening for another episode. I couldn't hear myself. I had to turn my headphones up. How's everybody doing? I feel like my best me because it is summer break. I told you all last week. It's been a couple of days. My son's at band camp, so I miss him. I just really want to hear about his day, and they keep those kids like seriously busy. When I tell you they get up at like 5:30 and they're back in their rooms at like 11, and of course it's time for them to shower, hit the bed because they got to get back up. Now it's just for a week. I pick them up Friday. I'm so excited. I just want to hear about it. I like to kind of check in with him. He's been texting, but it's been real dry. So something I'm not really used to, but I know he's having a good time. My husband stopped by because he's at the college in our town. So it's not like he's far away. Stopped by just to peep his head in on what's going on. Not to check in on my son. He's an alum of the band. And so he always does that randomly, even when like the regular school years end with the current college kids. So that's not out of the ordinary for him. And plus, he has some of his students from his middle school band that he sponsored to go to that band camp. So he just kind of went to check in, make sure they were there and got checked in. And so anyway, he saw our son and said our son didn't see him, but that he was doing well. Everything looked good. And the people said that he was doing a good job. So I'm very happy about that. So that's just my life update. Outside of that, I've just been planning and thinking about new and inventive things that I could do for the podcast, and still working on my book. Um, that's a process, and it brings out all these emotions. I was in my love phase today, listening to some love songs. Well, I'm always in a love mood. Let me not tell that lie. I've been cooking. Not that I don't, well, I don't cook. Let me not lie, but I can cook, which is usually the misconception when people don't cook. I don't like the hustle and bustle of, oh, I've been at work all day and then I'm going to come home and I'm going to cook something. But when I'm home for summer, it's impossible for me to buy 3 meals a day for 3 people. I mean, I could, and sometimes I still buy a meal a day for all of us, but I wanted to make this like mango salsa. I love it when I go to these restaurants and they have that mango salsa for tacos, whether it's a shrimp taco or whatever taco you get. So I wanted to make it, and I found a really cool recipe on how to do it. So I made my own mango salsa, and I just air fried some salmon nuggets, and I put them in a soft shell taco, and I ate the salmon tacos with with the mango salsa. Very good. And I'm still only eating once a day, so I probably overate today for my lunch, but that was it. So I may have to get on the treadmill a little bit because I'm trying not to gain a bunch of weight over the summer. I just want to stay at where I'm at. Well, honestly, I want to lose maybe like 5 more pounds realistically. And yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and get straight into street talk.
Yeah, look, yeah, what's going on? Let me know.
Did y'all see Remy Ma's son is being charged with first-degree murder along with someone else? I just think that that's sad. Not only did his mom have to do time for assaulting a woman, I think she stabbed. It was attempt murder because she stabbed the girl for some dish. I think the girl stole from her, and then now her son is going to jail for or being charged with first degree murder. I hope he's innocent. I hope he didn't do this. I don't wish this type of thing on anyone. I know that she regretted what she did. She served her time. I know her son was really angry at her for leaving him. Nicki Minaj threw shots at her about that same thing. What type of bum bitch leaves her kid over a stack or whatever? Because, of course, that's what Remy Ma went to jail for, which was stabbing somebody because allegedly that woman stole money from her. So I pray all is well with that situation. I hope that he comes out of this and that he's innocent and he didn't do these things, but we won't know. Hopefully the case will unfold. I know that people are giving the Shade Room a hard time because they were playing a video in the background when the news was reporting that the boy was being charged, but that actually wasn't the Shade Room. Whoever that Fox News station was that reported it had Remy Ma's video playing in the background. And that's sad because once your kids get of a certain age, we don't really control what they do and how they do it. All we can do is raise them and prayfully they go on and do the right thing and do maybe what we haven't done and be a better version of us. But we don't know that. So if you are an upstanding citizen and your child decides to do something, how fair is that to really bring your profession or who you are into play when it really is just about that kid? Because if it was just the average doctor's child, that wouldn't be in the news. That, do you know, their mom is the local surgeon at this hospital around the corner? That just wouldn't be the case. So celebrities got a bad rap, and in this instance I feel bad for them. In other news, apparently Nelly and Ashanti are already married. There's been reports that she was engaged to him. Of course she's pregnant, but rumor has it that they already tied the knot back in December. And if you recall, December was around the time Nelly alluded to the point that Ashanti was pregnant. He pointed at her stomach when they were on stage. If you all remember or recall the first time it was mentioned that she was pregnant. So congratulations to them. I feel like that is something that I probably would have kept under wraps too, especially if they wanted to plan a big wedding, but wanted to be married first and just kind of go through the whole pregnancy. Maybe she doesn't want to have a wedding while pregnant, but wanted to be married and bring a child into the world married. A lot of women, that's important to them, and probably to her, because Ashanti hasn't had any children yet and she's my age. I'm 43, so these people are around my age. So kudos to her. She got her man back, long lost love. I think that's the sweetest thing. And then they were able to rekindle a love, and she has her child and her husband. So good for them. Good for them. Now, what I want to discuss today, let's get into the topic of the day, which, by the way, doesn't really correlate with the hot topics. But I saw a clip, and for those of you who listen to my audio, I'm actually going to upload this episode on YouTube. For the full episode, I'm going to play a recording from a video that I saw on Instagram. So these are not my words. I don't own the rights to these words or topics. I don't even know if I need to say that because I'm playing it, but I'm getting it from an Instagram clip. And if you go on YouTube to watch this particular episode, then you will actually see the clip that I'm referring to, but you should be able to hear it because I'm doing like a dual recording. I'm recording on my phone as well as my computer. And so just to upload this, just doing something new. If you guys, I mean, I don't know who wants to see me, which is my struggle in going live and doing all these things because it's very awkward. But anyway, I'm lollygagging because I'm trying to do it. It's all new to me. So bear with me as I play this clip. But this is my introduction to the topic that I want to discuss today. So give me a second here. I'm going to play it. Uh-oh. It's playing, but it's muted. Live and in full effect on the mute. Okay, let's see. Now it was playing right before this, guys. So hold on. Oh, it was on mute. Let's start over. Let's do this again. See if I can catch it. Hold on. All right, let's do this again. All right. Sorry, guys. I know you're like, what are you doing, girl? Don't judge me. This is my first time. Oh my God, I did it again. Y'all are going to kill me. All right.
Y'all competing with each other.
I don't think you're being honest. Start it again. And I'm not going to mess with it this time. Why does it keep going on the mute? What, like, is that an automatic thing for it to be muted? Like, auto is playing. Yeah, don't mute it, stupid heads.
you if you got a Michael Kors bag or if you got a Birkin. A nigga's gonna fuck you if you in a Honda or if you're in a Bentley. Those are not things being put forth by men as requirements. That's y'all competing with each other.
I don't think you're being honest. Men are attracted to a woman that's
Niggas are fuck that. Why them girls not white? All of these girls that they look for on TV, none of them ever got a fucking ring. Everybody trying to emulate and who everybody trying to be, none of them got a stable household. None of them got families with kids and a man, and they out in Dubai as a couple. These same chicks that everybody trying to be in Dubai by their motherfucking self with the sheiks get pissing on them for 25 grand. Sheiks is making them fuck their kids for 50 grand. You don't see none of those girls with a man and a house. None of them same girls that we all want to be have that lifestyle. So y'all trying to find and emulate some shit that ain't even successful. Men not making no girl get no BBL. Chick is making themselves get a BBL to compete with what they think niggas like because of clicks on social media. This girl got 77,000 likes on social media. This skinny chick over here with a decent body got 7 likes. She happier than a motherfucker.
But do you think they do it because of the things they want?
They insecure. Insecurities are the biggest driving factor. A nigga gonna fuck you if you got a Michael.
All right, guys. I know that was a lot. And I did not warn you all that it was going to be vulgar. But it was vulgar, but it was good. So the topic was pretty much about competition. And I wanted you all to hear it from a man's perspective. I feel like women tend to listen more when a man says it than a woman. I say this all the time because it's the truth. Your biggest competition is other women. And even though we may not want to admit to that, it is the truth. Everything you do from the time that you get out of your house to say you're going to work, you're going to a club, you are going to take a picture, you're thinking about what somebody else is going to say. You're thinking about whether the men are going to like the picture or whether or not, or what the women are going to say. And you're doing it for that reason. You want to look good, but you want to look good compared to what you think the men want to see, not in your own mind. Like, okay, I look good because I think I look good, but do I look up to standards with what I think the men want to see? And he's right. Never in the history has a man been like, oh, you got a Louis bag? Yeah, that's my type of chick. Let me rock with you. Oh, you driving a Mercedes? That's my kind of girl. Let me rock with you. Like, they don't care. You wonder why we always be like, okay, these guys will wife somebody that's a waitress and then make her a housewife and take care of her. And that is simply because they don't care about how much money you got. They don't care what kind of job you got. Do they want a woman who is ambitious and who's passionate about something? Of course. But that doesn't mean that you have to be the richest woman. That doesn't mean you have to be a boss. That doesn't mean you have to have these designer clothes. And we got to stop competing with these other women about that too. Because if your goal is to get a man and to be married and to be settled, then you cannot compete with another single woman who don't have what you're looking for. And that's what he's trying to say. Y'all comparing yourself to a woman that you really don't want to be like. And I keep saying this because it's the truth. Those women who are getting flued out, those women who are getting men to pay that money for them, I hate to bring up the Cassie video, but we always look at these couples and we look at these relationships and we like, oh, hashtag goals and all this stuff. But y'all don't know what these women deal with to be with these mogul men and these men with all this money. You heard what the guy said. They flying these women out to Dubai and these people are making them have sex with their sons. I've even heard Lil Boosie say that he's paid women to give his son head. Like, if you want to be with those type of men, understand that it's a difference between a man wanting you and thinking like, oh, I'm attracted, and so I'm getting all this attention from the men. You're getting attention, but sometimes that attention is just for sexual reasons. And that's the part that is fuzzy in our eyes. We think that just because a man's trying to holler at us is because, oh my God, he sees me as a potential wife. And that could be further from the truth. A man is visual. We know this. So what are you putting out there? If you're putting out ass and titties and whatever, then that's what he's going to be attracted to and what he's going to see first. Sometimes we present ourselves in such a way that we like, why would they even think that I was that type of girl? Because that's how you present it. If I'm dressed like a clown, why would nobody not assume that I'm a clown? And why would I get mad if they called me one and I look like one? You understand? And then I'm going to say, well, I'm really not a clown. Even though I'm dressed like one, I don't want you to think that that's what I am. Then you sound stupid and you look stupid the same way. So be mindful of the things you do. If you don't want to look like you are a gold digger, if you don't want to look like you an Instagram model who just, looking for a man to just pay their bills or whatever, then don't dress like one or don't fix your body up like one. You want to get your titties done. You want to get a BBL and you got your tummy tuck and you wearing these skin tight Fashion Nova dresses everywhere you go. Then yeah, I'm going to assume that you that type of girl because that's how you present. So you think that that's what the men want. They want the baby hairs laid. You want the lace front wig all the way down your back. You want the lashes and you're emulating what you see on Instagram for these likes. But at the end of the day, if you're trying to get a regular, smegular, degular dude, come on, let's be real. They don't care. They're not looking for that. If they get that and that's something that the woman does, that's fine. But 9 times out of 10, if he does get with that woman and she just happened to be dressed like a clown, is not a clown, then he's going to say, well, baby, don't do all that. I don't really like all that makeup. I don't really like, all that edges. Let's wear your natural hair. Let's just be. I promise you that's what he's going to do because he just liked you for you. All that extra stuff, you did that for you. You didn't, or in the other girls, because you didn't do that for him. He doesn't care. Listen, my little butt sag, it is teardrop shaped. Okay. I ain't thinking about lifting. I ain't thinking about no BBL. As long as the ass is soft, that's all they care about. I'm telling you, just being honest. You ain't got to listen to me. I know I'm a girl, but guess what? I am a married woman. And at the end of the day, that's what you guys say you want. And I know who I have and my husband might not be what you want. That's obvious. Everybody's husband ain't going to be the man that we want. TD Jake's wife got him. That don't mean I want a TD Jakes. But if you want a husband that is equally yoked or matches you and is your soulmate, then you got to do something to make sure that you get that. And it can't be emulating women that don't have a man. So we just have to get out of that mindset. And it took me a while because I too was dressing like a clown and expecting no one to think that I was a clown. And y'all, I'm just using a clown as the analogy, but I really want to say hoe, Instagram model, hot girl, whatever you want to call it, because I see, and I know y'all might get mad at this, but I am 43. To me, I'm just going to say 40 because I'll let y'all 30-something-year-olds have it. If you are 40 or older and you still dressing like your daughter, if you're still dressing like these 20-something-year-old girls on Instagram, when I say dressing like them, I don't mean you got on a cute little dress and it just happened to be the same one. I mean the full look. I mean your makeup down, you got your lashes on, your baby hairs are laid, you got your lace front wig on, you got these heels on. You know what I mean when I say dress like them. To me, we passed that. First of all, we invented half of these like looks. We've been rock and weave. Let's just be natural. I ain't saying you can't. When I say natural, I'm not talking about not wear weave, but we've been wearing weave. So why can't we wear weave like we've been wearing them? Because to me, it looks more like your hair and it looks more natural and elegant for a woman of a particular age when you don't lay them edges down and melt your lace or whatever. I don't care how much melting you do in the world. We still see the lace. And I guess that's the point. I don't know because nobody cares to hide them anymore. And please stop wearing that little band around the lace out in the public. It's to me the equivalent of a bonnet. It really is. And I get it. To each his own, do what you feel, but it's no purpose. Just take the wig off or put a hat on. I would prefer that. Just wear a hat on top of the wig. That looks better. And I'm not against weave. I used to wear weave all the time. You cannot tell me I wasn't Foxy Brown. But when I met my husband, he thought that was my real hair. Now, men usually don't know, but women probably did. All I know is when I met him, he said, why don't you wear your hair out? And I've been wearing my hair out ever since. I have not worn weave since that man told me that he would prefer for me to wear my own hair. Now, did I have to listen to him? No. But again, you guys say what you want. You want a man, you want a husband, but then when they tell us what they want, we don't listen. And I'm going to do what I want to do because that's what I like. And I'm going to do what I like because I do this to make me happy and blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, I like to wear the weave, but I thought I looked fine with or without it. That wasn't a Linus blanket for me. Sometimes what we don't want to admit as women is those things that we do to enhance ourselves is our Linus blanket because we're insecure. Like the man said, you're insecure with yourself and you're doing all of these different things to make you feel more secure in you. So even if your man wants it or guys are telling you they don't like this, and I didn't have that clip, but there was a clip where they did a survey in the street and they asked every single man, what would you prefer, BBL or natural? Every man said natural. And when they asked the women, what do you think men prefer, a natural body or BBL? They said that they thought the men would prefer a BBL, but none of the men say that. And then what do? We turn around and say, oh yeah, he just saying that, but he know he be liking them. Again, it's a difference between a man wanting to sleep with a woman and a man wanting to marry a woman. Those are two different things. And we equate men giving women attention as far as liking their posts, being under their comments, hitting them up, saying, what's up with you? Can I see you? Can I take you out? As, oh, she get dudes. No, them dudes trying to smash because of how she presents. And we think that that's what we need to do to get that same attention, but that's not the attention that you want. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you got to go out here being homely. What I'm saying is do what makes you comfortable. I am not in my tight girl era no more, not with or without a husband. I just happen to have one. But if I didn't, I don't want to wear the tight clothes no more. Like I said, I'm a woman of a particular age. It's too tight. I don't have to prove to a man that I got a body. I already know I got a little shape. I don't have to prove to anybody that I got a little shape underneath my clothes and wear them so tight that you get to see it. I just don't feel like it. I was never into purses. So my purse ain't gonna never have no name on it. I can tell you that right now because I don't care. I would prefer to put my wallet in my pocket if it was flat enough. I promise you, I don't like wallets. I'm not into jewelry. I just started wearing accessories just because they like elevate the outfits. And sometimes I feel like I need that little extra in something that I'm wearing because I'm exploring like my fashion sense now. But trust me, it ain't real because I am not into jewelry to say that I'm gonna spend that kind of money on it. So I just want to encourage you all to find you and find the comfort in who you are, and you look at whatever it is that you like. Like when I go to a store, I literally just buy what I like. Sometimes the thing that I like is just a little bit more expensive than what I would normally want to spend. And sometimes it's super ultra cheap. But what I don't do is look to other women and be like, I want to be like her. I want to get this attention like her. I try to just be myself. And so far, so good. It's been working for me. My favorite quote is that great minds don't think alike. They think for themselves. And I've always been an independent thinker on all levels. I'm sorry, y'all. That's just like a burp that's trying to come out, and I'm trying to hold it so that I don't burp in this mic. So if you hear me talking funny, that's why. But anyway, I just want to be myself. It is liberating. That's all I can tell you. It's a liberating feeling to just live in your own authenticity. I don't want perfection anymore. I just want to be authentic. And in being authentic, it just comes with a level of peace that I think a lot of you will enjoy. A lot of you, especially single women. I'm at peace because I'm content with my little life and what I got going on. But before this, when I started to explore what I wanted and how I wanted to do it, I've been rocking short hair for a very long time. That's just a prime example. When I cut my hair, I just felt so much better. It was easier to maintain. And the way I have my hair right now, I have it like pixie cut kind of in the back. It's a little waved look. But my husband likes it in a bang. So that's the compromise. No, I don't listen to everything he says. I'm wearing my natural hair, but the bangs irritate my forehead. So I'll do that every now and then, but it's not something that I want to do on an everyday basis. So I don't do it too often. But if we're going out and it's one of his events that he invited me to and wants me to go, then I'll wear my hair in a bang for him because I'm escorting him and I want him to feel as comfortable and excited to have me as his date and on his arm as he can be. So I kind of acquiesce and just do it whenever I'm going out with him. But if I'm doing my own thing, I'm gonna wear my hair however I want to wear it. And because he wears his hair the exact same way that he wants to. So all I'm saying is don't do it for the clout. Don't do it for the clicks. Don't do it because you're competing with what you see or competing with that woman who you think that man likes, because we do that too. It may not even be an Instagram girl. It literally could be that girl you work with. And because that guy you likes her, then you want to try to do everything you see that she's doing. Okay, she got long hair. He must be like long hair. So let me get long hair. Every dude that I've ever talked to that was interested in more than me, because most men are, I looked nothing like those women. And I never tried to compete because at the end of the day, he's going to like something about you that she doesn't have, and vice versa. So it's impossible to compete with another person. We love to scream that, oh my God, I'm one of a kind and I'm so unique and blah, blah, blah. There's nobody like me. But then we truly don't mean that. And we don't own it because we, again, continue continue to try to compare ourselves. It's not possible. I am only going to be my own individual self, and can't nobody compare. So there's no need for me to try to compete with a woman for the attention of a man, because he's going to like us for two totally different reasons. So I can't. I can't. It's impossible. And I just accept it. And I know that he likes me for me, and whatever sends me over the edge will be what sends me over the edge. Maybe it's your personality that will make him choose you over him. Maybe it's going to be the fact that you offer some support that she doesn't offer. Maybe you're not as needy or clingy. You just don't know. But yeah, man, I just know that we don't listen to what men say. On my last live podcast, I think Ross said that. He said that we will tell women what we want, but then they don't hear us. It's like they feel like we're lying. And even on that clip I just played, the young lady was like, yeah, I don't believe that. And the man, who is obviously pretty popular, I think he's one of the co-hosts on the Joe Budden podcast. So I'm sure he's around a lot of beautiful women, and he's telling you that that's not what men want. And yet we tend to question it. So all I'm saying is, let's not question it anymore. Stop competing with other females. Men obviously see it. They already know you're not doing it for them. They don't like lashes. Let's be clear. No, unless you're dealing with some young boy that's like in his early 20s, because that's all he know of women maturing, is that's their look, because that's all they know. We as 40-year-old women know that that's not always it, and that hasn't been it. We ain't got to do all of that. We don't have to do all of that. They don't like it. So what are we doing it for? Right? I'm not a makeup girl, right? And I'm not doing it to compete. I do it because I feel like, again, me exploring my fashion, that elevates my look, but I'm not used to makeup. So I'm never going to wear it on a day-to-day basis. But when I go out, I am exploring how to apply like a more of a natural everyday makeup look, so that it just smooths me out and it elevates my look, so that I look like I actually prepared to come. And I'm having fun with that. But I say all that to say, I don't want a full beat of makeup just because I know that that's what they're doing. And it's been really hard for me, because when I do go get my makeup professionally done, the actual makeup artist will, I don't want to say get mad. It's not a mad thing. They question why I don't want lashes. Like, they don't feel like their look is being, I guess their look is at its best without the lashes. Like, I did your makeup, but it's not going to look like, oh my gosh, he killed that makeup look because I didn't apply lashes. And I'm like, since when does the makeup can't be beautiful because I didn't get lashes? Now, I don't know if you all can see. I'm going to like lean into the camera a little bit. Do you see these? These are my natural eyelashes, right? And I tried to hit them with the curl. This eyelash is just difficult. The little eyelash curl don't want to do right on this eye, but it looks the same as this one when I can get it right. So I'm only doing this to show y'all I have really nice eyelashes, and they're really long. I don't need the lashes. People pay to get this length as a natural look. So use the eyelash curl, use some good mascara, and just elevate me. I really don't need it, and I don't want it. So if I'm okay with it, then you got to be okay with it, because again, I don't follow trends. I just do what makes me comfortable and what makes me happy. And I promise you, I never had a man say, you know what, you would look so much better if you had some lashes. Now, if you always wear lashes and the man catch you without your lashes, that's when you get that, like, you look so different. Or you wear makeup all the time and then you stop wearing makeup. But I don't wear makeup. So when I do wear makeup, it's like, oh, wow. It's a boost up. So you wear it all the time, you can never be your natural you, because when they see it, it's like, oh my God, it's so different. No, I wore makeup at work one day. I forgot what was going on. I think we had an event, and I tried to do my makeup and wear some light makeup. And then my boss goes, oh, wow, you finally look like your Instagram pictures. And I was like, you motherfucker. Now, I didn't say that to him. In my head, I was like, that's very rude. And he couldn't figure out why it was rude. I was like, you trying to say that I don't look the same as my pictures? Now, let's be clear. Most people don't. They'll put a little filter on it. I don't always put on makeup on my Instagram pictures, but sometimes I do. And then, I'll like smooth it out like an edit, like a photographer would. I don't really use Snapchat filters anymore. I just kind of edit it to smooth out the photos. But anyway, he sees me every day. So to see me with makeup was just like, oh, wow, that's your I guess your edited upgrade look that I see you post, but you got to be two-dimensional, I guess. But I did get a little offended by it. But back to the relationship part, I feel like I'm bouncing all over the place on this. But hey, this is the first time I've been recording in the daytime. I got my blinds open. I can see my backyard. It's really a nice day. And I don't have to be up all night editing this or whatever. It's really, really nice to be on summer break. But back to the relationship, like I said, you guys need to lead with being yourself. Look exactly how you want a man to be attracted to you. You get what I'm saying? If that made sense. Like if you know that I'll use myself. I know that I don't wear makeup on a daily basis. I know that my hair is always short. And even if randomly I decide to get braids, I'm usually always like this, short hair, no makeup. And I would want a man to meet me and see me like this and be attracted and wanting to date me like this, because this is who I truly am. But if I go and I make myself up completely and I go on these dates or I post on the dating site and all of these made up boobs sitting up, and then we wonder why the dudes are linking up saying, hey, you know, I want to see if you want to get up, or they just trying to get with you for sex, and then they ghost you and you don't want to hear them. Again, present how you want to be treated. If you want somebody to be authentic and fall in love with just who you are, then be that. I try to be myself to the core. And I mean that's going to be a little harsh for some people. I've been told, oh, you curse too much. Oh, you be out there like that. You talk a lot, or you tell your business and you're not shy or whatever. Yeah, I want you to see who I truly am, because once that little interview phase slips away, then they're going to be like, I'm not interested anymore. Because that's really a thing. People truly do lose interest. And I think we get sad by that, because it's like, well, you was just loving me, and now all of a sudden you're not into me anymore. Well, they lost interest, and probably because you showed your true colors. And now it's like, well, she's not really who I thought she was, or you're being different. You've changed a little. So let me just give you who I am raw, because when I did that with my husband, when I first met him, he said, and this is funny because we always laugh about this, but I wanted him to join me on this episode so we can have a dialogue. And he goes, baby, I don't really want to talk about you like that anymore, and how I thought. Then I was like, but it's the truth, is what you said. And we would joke about it before, but now he's getting extra sensitive. We're getting older, guys, and he's getting more sensitive as we get older. But anyway, when he first got like reintroduced to me, let me say that, because we were in college together and kind of ran across one another, but I'm going to say I didn't remember him. You know, he says that he knew me and knew of me, saw me, but I didn't remember. And then, you know how you have those Facebook groups. This time it was MySpace, where it had the South Carolina State, that's the university we attended. They had a group for the alumni. So everybody was joining. And that's when he was like, yo, what's up? I remember you. And so that's how we kind of got reconnected. But all in all, my profile on my MySpace was wow. I was single. I was young as hell. And that's when they used to do those questionnaires where it's like, what's your favorite position? What would you like for this? Like, you know, where's your favorite vacation? It was some not sexual questions and then some sexual questions. And so he was like, yo, your presentation was like, okay, I'm going to hit this and I'm going to be done. That's what he said. Like I was supposed to be a jump off. That's what he said. And I ain't even gonna lie, because that's my husband, so I'ma say it. I'ma sound like Lotto, but me and him smashed. Not the first night we talked, because we had been talking on the phone and kind of getting to know each other for probably about 2 weeks before we actually linked up. But that first link up, it went down. And I ain't been able to get rid of the man since. Not because of that, because we really did connect really, really well. We did. We connected well. It was just a great bond. The conversation was always good. And I think that that's what really had me and had him, was just the original connection. So, yeah, he's my husband now. So, but I was myself. I was so raw, so real. I was able to cuss. He didn't see nothing wrong with it. He cussed. We talked about my MySpace profile. And even though that's what he thought, he had done I just pulled him into my web, and he couldn't go nowhere. It was just like, yeah, that's my girl. So be you. Be you, be true, be authentic. Don't compete with anybody else. Frankly, the fact of the matter is we can't compete with individuals because we are individually made, and there is no competition when it comes to how someone looks and their personality. We are truly individually made, and it's going to be different. Even if you have an identical twin, y'all's personalities are not the same. Therefore, a man wanting to talk to one sister versus the next will probably be based on something else other than looks, because they are different individuals. They are uniquely made. So please just don't do it. And listen to men when they tell y'all what they're looking for. They are telling the truth. You're just not listening because you want to look like everybody else to get that attention. But like he said, that attention ain't getting you nothing but screwed. So if you want something more, then maybe you shouldn't look like the women that they just want to screw and give money to. Okay. But anyway, guys, that is my time. I will be live on YouTube on Friday. I had missed last Friday, but the other Friday I was there, and the Friday before that, and the Friday before that. So I go live on YouTube Fridays at 9:00. Tune in, catch me in my just raw form. Probably going to look something like this that you're seeing on the screen now. But yeah, catch me, and we'll talk then. All right. Until next week, guys, I'll holla at y'all. Bye.